Hello, everybody. Welcome to the channel. My name is Lindsay, and this is Life with Lindsay. If you're wondering why we're laughing already, well, this is now our third attempt. The first one, we were having an issue.
Second one, I was naked.
No, incorrect. The second one,
true.
The second one just stopped recording and shut out my application. So
like, nah, fam.
Literally, it was like, oh, you're trying to be funny. Exit. So anyway, I'm Lindsay. This is Data Monster. If you guys don't know him, that's my husband. He does custom Funko Pops. All of his information is always down below in the description.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Now, depending on how much I feel like it, his shirt's backwards in camera, so I might just have to flip that. Otherwise,
I can read it.
Sure.
It says family and pops and baseball and tattoos and love, and then Data Monster Customs, which is me.
It is you. And we'll leave the information for his shirt down below. So, a few boring housekeeping tips for the third time. If this one craps out on us too.
If you hear a noise directly to her left, it's her fan. She has moved it out of frame, but she will raise it to let you see it. There you go. I've done this before. It's like Groundhog's Day. If you hear tiny human noises, it's our baby. She is sleeping. So we hope to not hear tiny human noises because we'd like her to sleep.
That's true.
She deserves it. She deserves it.
And if you hear husband noises...
Oh, yeah, that's me.
He's right here.
You heard my husband noises.
So, sorry. I feel like everybody's going to watch this and be like, I feel like I'm missing something. You're not missing something. We've literally recorded the same thing. It's an iteration of the same thing 3 times in a row. So, fingers crossed. My phone also wants to do an update, so...
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I know.
Fun.
So, phone, if you could just hold out, like, a little bit, or wait till I click the button to restart, that'd be greatly appreciated. So, anyway, we are here, and we are going to post review of our HelloFresh box. So, today we actually got our third box, and we filmed an unboxing of the first one, and I had a lot of people ask us, what'd you guys think? What'd you guys think? And we did put a referral link in the description box. I'll put it in this one down below as well. This is not sponsored. This is just us trying to simplify things in our household for dinner. And
honestly, the cost is about the same as what I'd spend anyway. And
it takes the ease out of everything. He doesn't have to go to the market. He doesn't have to have anything special to make this. The only ingredient we didn't have was sugar. And that's just because...
And I had to use brown sugar, which ended up being... You just use a little bit less.
And it was fine.
Yeah. It wasn't like we're baking.
Right.
It was
that's what I was going to say.
Peanuts,
that's why we don't have any sugar anymore, because I used the rest of our sugar to attempt to make homemade cookies, which, if I remember correctly, weren't even that great.
I think we ate them, though.
Well, yeah, we're fat.
That's true.
Yeah.
Cookies.
Yes. If you guys didn't know... My spirit animal is Cookie Monster.
It's true.
I was trying to figure out what you were doing there.
Eating a cookie.
Okay.
And it was showing it going into my belly.
I thought you were trying to show, like, it's spilling on you. Anyway, So the first week, we had 4 recipes, and we were going to show you all the recipe cards, but one of them seems to have disappeared. Oddly enough, we actually really enjoyed that one. I'm sure we can go online and find it.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure it's downstairs. I just misplaced it. I grabbed all of them and brought them up and counted them on my way up and realized.
So, we're going to go over the ones that we unboxed with you guys, and then we're going to go over our second week, too, so you guys can see the variety.
Yep.
Now, one thing I will say that we learned very quickly is our orders come on a Wednesday, and from our understanding, it seems like most come on Wednesday. Yeah. You have till, like, Friday morning? Is that right?
So, if your delivery comes Wednesday, so today's the 18th, I had till Friday the 13th at midnight to make my decision on what I wanted for this coming week. Our second week, I didn't realize I only had till Friday. So I got an email Saturday morning saying, "Hey, you've chose your stuff. It's on the way." And I'm like, cool.
Now, fortunately for us, we lucked out that a couple of the things we did want to try for the second week came to us, but we also got stuck with one neither one of us really wanted. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
So anyway, the first week we had the cheesy smothered mushroom chicken. If you guys see me looking down, I actually have the menu cards here. The Thai coconut pork meatballs, the Salsa Verde Enchiladas. I keep wanting to say chicken. They're not. They're vegetarian. And then the bibimbap bowls.
The zucchini mushroom bibimbap bowls.
So, we opted to do 2 vegetarian and 2 meat dishes. So, the way it works is you have the option of meat, vegetarian, meat and vegetarian, and I think family friendly.
Yeah, and then you also have, you can upcharge the gourmet meals. Those are like your, like, fillets, steaks. They're usually about double the price. They always have ones that are like Hall of Fame, which are the ones people have, you know, purchased the most, or like their new stuff. But there's always at least like 12 to 15 options. Now you'll see we like a lot of Asian flavors and a lot of Latin, Tex-Mex, like, you know, Mexican flavors. Yeah, Spanish and Mexican food.
So for this, let's just preface this by saying we have very different preferences in protein. My go-to proteins would probably be beef and pork. Yeah, I love seafood.
Yeah, I'm
but we don't live in an area that we're getting fresh fish, so we don't tend to cook a lot of fresh seafood anyway. And then a lot of the frozen seafood around here is like the frozen super fishy, like. Yeah. It's a little sus.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Anyway, so, and I am a big fan of doing a lot of vegetarian dishes because beans in particular are really high in protein, and that's a really good way to get stuff into our kid. We get asked all the time, does your kid eat this stuff? Yes, she does. She's being weird with food right now. No surprise. But thankfully, she will eat pretty much anything you put in front of her, just in smaller quantities. Tonight, fun fact, Brian was slicing up ginger for the miso apricot salmon, and she's like, Daddy, I want that. And I was like, girlfriend, you don't want that. And I don't know if anyone has ever eaten fresh ginger. It has, like, I call it spicy. I don't know if that's the right way to describe it.
What it does is it's like cinnamon spicy.
Yes.
You know, it's like, has a burn.
And it's delicious, but not like chunks of it. Like, if you eat sushi, you're getting really thin layers of it when you get, like, the pieces of ginger. This is, like, a chunk of it. And she literally put it in her mouth. She goes, I don't like this. And then she's like, Daddy, more? No, girlfriend. Also, fun fact, she said tonight, Daddy, stop talking. So, those teenager years are already upon us.
Yep.
I don't know when you guys are going to see this, but she's not yet 3. So, she might be 3 by the time you guys see this because her birthday's coming up. That's all I'm going to say about that. So anyway, which one was your favorite from the first week?
My favorite one, I have a scorecard here.
He does.
It's
very
official.
official.
It's on the back of an envelope.
Probably a bill.
It is, actually. Surprise. I gave the bibimbap a 4.5.
Out of 5.
Out of 5. So that was actually my favorite also. That was your favorite also.
And for anyone who doesn't know what that is, it's basically a rice bowl, and in this case, it had zucchini and mushrooms and shaved carrots, and then a sauce over top of it, and then we did a fried egg. Now, so we did the family of 4, because there's a 2 or a 4 people option, and we have 3 people. Basically, for the 4 people option, they just double the ingredients.
Yeah.
Which can't really, like, half an ingredient.
Which is really weird, because, like, in a lot of the recipes, you'll see, like,
it's the same no matter what.
Well, no, not even that. But, like, for example, it'll be like, use half the container of this, unless you're doing it for 4.
Yeah.
So that creates waste, which is really weird.
But most of their stuff is recyclable. Like, their packaging, their outer packaging. There's one ice packet that is and one ice packet that isn't that we've come across. But that's not the point. We cooked the egg fully through for our kiddo. And then we had runny eggs for ours. And I will tell you, it was simple. It was flavorful, and 10 out of 10, I would absolutely put that in our repertoire and do it again.
4.5 out of 5, I would do it again.
Okay.
And then our next favorite one was the cheesy chicken.
So this was the cheesy smothered mushroom chicken. Now, this is their photo, not ours. We did put our photos in the video, the original video. Fun fact, I don't really like chicken. Chicken is my least favorite protein. I will eat it. Like, there's certain things I won't eat. Like, I don't eat ham. which has nothing to do with this video. But,
we had no ham dishes.
no ham. But I do like pork. I just don't like ham. Anyway, I'm very weird with chicken. And that's, as long as I can remember, it's been like this. And I try not to put my weirdness in front of my kid about my issues with chicken. She loves chicken. I think she prefers other proteins to chicken, but you love chicken.
I do.
So, I would say we probably do like 1 to 2 chicken dishes a month. And usually if we're doing them ourselves, it's a rotisserie chicken.
Before we were dating, or married even, or lived together, I would probably do 3 chicken dishes a week. Like, I love chicken. It's so versatile.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's one of those things that once you cook it, you can use it for like a million different things.
Yep.
I just get weirded out by a lot of different things, and I'm not going to get into that.
It's not the taste she doesn't like, it's just the texture at some points.
We're not going to...
Like, I don't like coconut, or as I call it, plastic food.
I love coconut. Who knew? So, it came with carrots. So, everything we've seen... Not true. I'm going to totally disregard that. Most things come with, like, a meal and a side dish.
Yeah, it's true.
Not this one, but this one did.
Not all of them. Yes.
And so this had, like, carrots and the gravy, whatever it was made out of. It was unbelievable. Like, the kind... You ever have, like, a sauce or a gravy? You're like, I could eat this on a shoe. That's how good it was.
Soft-serve gravy?
A sauce?
Oh.
Or...
Is it like soft-serve?
Or... No, not soft-serve.
I was just thinking like a code. Soft-serve gravy.
If anyone is curious, are you guys like this in real life? Yes. What you're seeing right now is basically us.
But I'd like soft-serve gravy now.
You're ruining my train of thought here.
I'm sorry.
The only difference now is there's a ring light.
Yeah.
Which, people, let us know if the lighting's okay.
Do I look angelic?
Oh, I was thinking we look like that emoji. Anyway, keep going.
Oh, then our next favorite was the Salsa
Verde enchiladas. I keep wanting to call these chicken enchiladas. They are not. They are vegetarian. They did them in a flour tortilla, which I have my own thoughts on that. But this was the only dish I think that we've had so far that didn't have a side dish. But there was more than enough food. More than enough food.
Yeah.
This was good.
It makes, so the tortillas are, probably 5-6 inch maybe.
And they give you 12.
Yeah. So, I mean, it makes a ton of stuff. So
for those who can't, let me see if you guys can see that. It shows you on this side here the ingredients. Mm-hmm. And if you see the numbers, the one on the left of it says the serving size for a family of 2. And then the one on the right is the serving for a family of 4. So, like, example, poblano pepper. You get 1 if you're doing a 2-person box, or 2 for a 4-person box. Mm-hmm. And then the last one of this week, sadly, it was the Thai coconut pork meatballs. Something about the texture of the pork meatballs.
We both gave it a 3.5 out of 5.
Yeah,
so it wasn't bad. This
is something that I feel like we would replicate this with a different protein. We both like pork.
Or I'd even probably add, like, some spice into it.
I think it needed to be seared harder, and I think with like pork you get a little bit more of a mushy.
I thought it needed some
the coconut rice was really good. He thought it was overpowering. We didn't put the peanuts on because whole nuts are not safe for children over 5. And that's the end of week 1. So you had a clear-cut winner that week?
Well, I had the bibimbap bowls. I gave them a 4.5. And then the chicken and the enchiladas I gave a 4. So, I mean, your favorite was the bibimbap, which you gave a 5, and then the chicken you gave a 4.5.
Yeah. And he asked me if I would do the chicken again, and I said absolutely.
Which we actually have it coming up again.
Now, I will say, that doesn't guarantee that if I eat it again, I'm going to have the same... it's not going to elicit the same emotions. Yeah. It actually depends on the physical breast of chicken in front of us. Also, I don't know about you guys, but personal preference, I like white meat.
Yeah, me too. I prefer it.
Yeah, I mean, you'll eat, like, thigh or wings or things like that. Yeah. But usually if we do something with chicken, a lot of times I'm like, just pick up a rotisserie chicken. Then we don't have to worry about it. And it's also a lot easier with a toddler around. We don't have to worry about, like, don't touch me while I have salmonella fingers. So, the second week, we had... Should I just go through them?
Yeah. I mean, do you want me to do them in order again?
Sure.
Sure. We can do that.
Let's do it from worst.
Okay, we'll do it from worst to first.
Well, I know the worst one.
The worst one was the Southwest chicken sausage. That's the one we were not excited about.
Now, we definitely weren't going to choose this. Brian didn't want to choose this at first because he doesn't like chicken sausage. Now, we were both surprised to find that it was like chicken sausage out of casing. Like, I thought it was going to be like sliced chicken sausage.
That's what I thought too.
And I honestly ate only a couple bites of this. Not because it wasn't good, but if you know flavors that sausage has in it, like fennel and that kind of stuff, that's what this was. But this is a Southwest dish. So it was very overpowering, and I couldn't get past the sausage.
It was like having breakfast sausage in a Southwest
and honestly,
dish.
like, if this was pork sausage, I still would have felt the same way because of the seasoning.
I thought the sausage tasted like sausage, but it didn't.
It didn't go with this specific dish. Now, we would absolutely replicate this with, like, ground turkey or ground beef or something like that. Or even unseasoned. We season it ourselves, kind of.
Yeah.
So, for us, this was a little bit of a bust, but also we wouldn't have chosen this.
Correct.
So, all right, next one.
The next one would have been the chicken spaghetti. Yep.
Now, we were back and forth on whether we wanted to add this in. Ultimately, we weren't going to.
But
this is what we ended up with. This is, again, their photo, not ours. And this is the Herbie Chicken over Lemony Spaghetti with zucchini. Now, let me tell you, there's a lot of E sounding in this one. Our kid didn't want to eat the zucchini in the pasta, but when we took it out and put it next to it, she's like, ooh. So,
zucchini was good.
The zucchini was the best part of this dish. Yep. The chicken was okay. The pasta was okay.
Yeah, I didn't think the lemon flavor transferred.
No, it was just like, let's put a bunch of stuff together. And honestly, that would have been the worst had we not had the skillet.
Correct. I mean, like, we gave the chicken, the lemony chicken, a 3.5. So, I actually gave the same score to the lemony chicken and this one coming up.
So the next one was the sweet chili pork bowls, which
we
our
would have
kiddo,
chosen.
yes, and our kiddo, like, for 3 dates in a row, we're like, for dinner, and she'd be like, sweet chili bowls, pork bowls, pork bowls, pork bowls. I'm like, no, we had the pork bowls. So this was ground pork and bell peppers. I couldn't remember what was in it. With candied peanuts, which we had to use the brown sugar for instead of the regular sugar. I really liked the flavors. I thought it was good, and it was filling.
I thought it was good. I thought the rice was really. I didn't like the rice in that dish. Kind of like I didn't care for the pasta and the chicken. So I mean, like, I felt like that's why they were pretty equal. I didn't really get a whole lot of pork flavor. The zucchini and the vegetables were good, and so I mean, like, they both had their faults. So that's kind of why.
And I really liked the sweet chili pork bowl. That, to me, that was.
I mean, I would eat it again.
Yeah, absolutely. That, if I got that in a restaurant, I would not be disappointed. I'd probably be disappointed with the lemony chicken.
Yeah. It
was just okay.
You know, it almost needed
like if that's like
sauce.
if that's your flavor palette, you'd probably love it. Like, for me,
love lemon.
Yeah, but we don't really like. We haven't had good luck with, like, lemony pasta.
That's true.
Unless it's like a lemon pasta salad.
Yeah. Like
hot lemon pasta dishes, we've not had good luck with that.
Yeah.
He made one recently, and it just, like, the lemon almost burned.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the clear winner of this week, and probably of both weeks combined, right?
I would say out of the two top, I would definitely do that one.
Okay, so this was the Ancho Barbecue Sloppy Joe. The only thing that I didn't think was necessary was the rounds of potatoes. I would have much rather just had some coleslaw or some chips or something. I didn't need a hot component. And I think they were trying to elevate it because they didn't want to be like, here's a sandwich, you know, but, this was amazing.
Yeah, the sauce that you put in it, the sauce and the spice mix they give you for it, phenomenal.
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed that one.
And
this one we'll do it again.
And we're actually doing another Sloppy Joe. I think it's a pork one, though. I have to double check. But it comes with a coleslaw.
So this one, I wasn't 100% sure. So it has just regular barbecue sauce, which you can use whatever you want. And then Ancho chili powder, which I think we might actually have in the pantry.
I'll have to check.
And we did this this was ground beef.
Mm-hmm.
You could do this with whatever ground.
The rolls they give you are good rolls.
Potato
too.
rolls.
Like, yeah, they're
I'm
good.
a big fan of potato rolls.
Yeah,
you're not as huge of a fan of.
I mean, I don't.
They were soft, but they still.
I toasted
had a
them,
firm
so
outside.
They crunch on them.
Yeah, that 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10. I would absolutely do that again. So
4.5 out of 5.
So, do we see this as a long-term thing for us?
I could see us doing this until we hit a part where we're like,
none of them interest us, or we have
that
already.
correct.
Yeah,
you know, and then I wouldn't even mind trying a different subscription box.
If you guys have a favorite subscription box, let us know down below.
Like I know her parents do Freshly. My only problem
we
with
don't love
Freshly,
microwave food.
Correct. That's my problem with it. Is it's microwave food. Stuff gets weird textures.
Yeah, and also I don't want to be microwaving and being like 3 different dishes for the 3 of us.
Yeah.
And I think they do different dishes.
Okay. But either way, like, you know, I would gladly... I've seen one that's like a chef's box. There's a couple different ones I've seen. Especially if things keep going on in this world the way they are.
Yeah.
Having food delivered to our door is a smart way to go.
And I imagine they are prepared for this.
They did fine over the lockdowns last time.
Okay.
So.
I mean, I will say we've gotten a lot of scallions.
A lot of limes. A lot of
limes. Yeah, the first week, every dish had scallions.
Almost every dish, yeah.
Every dish the first week did.
Did it? Okay.
Yeah.
I just remember it was like...
There was one that...
2 out of 4 that did in the second week.
Thought it should have been an onion. Like, the enchiladas should have been an onion and not a scallion, which I know is a green onion. But either way, not the point. We really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I hope you guys like this post review.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to see more videos like this or with us, you know, let us know down below. Lots of fingers. Well, you probably shouldn't do that. Someone's gonna... Anyway, make sure while you're here, you give this video 2 thumbs up. I thought he was going to say 1 real life, 1 virtual. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Come join us. Join the Sparkle Squad. Make sure while you're there, you hit that notification bell. Bing! I do not upload on any kind of schedule. We operate on toddler standard time, so I record when she's sleeping or when she is sleeping.
We're doing this at 4:30 in the morning.
Not accurate at all. However, it is late at night. Just not that late at night. So, thank you guys so much for being here. And we'll see you in our next one, right? Bye!